Renovations can turn even the calmest of us into a ball of stress, but it doesn't have to be this way. Whether you're knee-deep in dust and debris or just started to think about your next project, I've got some unexpected tips that'll make the whole process so much smoother. And trust me, these aren't the same suggestions you've heard before. So in this video, I'll cover practical hacks that will help you make decisions without getting overwhelmed, what you can do to help you stay calm and comfortable during the chaos, plus a really effective tip at the end that will make you feel confident and excited about your renovation every step of the way. So we all know the basic renovation tips like planning ahead, sticking to a budget, and making sure everyone's on the same page. And if you want more insight on those, I've got another video linked below. But while I was doing my own home renovation, I found these lesser known tips that kept me sane, and one even made me enjoy the whole process. So let's dive in. Let's think of your renovation decisions like food shopping. If you're constantly popping into the shop every day, it's exhausting and inefficient. But when you plan your big grocery run once a week or bi-weekly, you're focused, efficient, and you end up saving time and energy. By designating one day a week to finally comb through all of your renovation decisions, you're essentially creating a focused shopping trip for your brain, allowing you to stay organised and stress-free throughout the rest of the week. So set aside one specific day each week to make all your renovation-related decisions. Whether it's choosing paint colours, fixtures or materials, having a dedicated day can really help prevent that very real decision fatigue and keep the process from feeling too overwhelming. By consolidating decisions into one manageable chunk of time, you'll be clearer on your direction and it will free up the rest of your time to relax or focus on other things. Renovating your home is like running a marathon. You need to pace yourself and take care of your body and mind along the way. Just like a marathon, runners grab energy gel or water bottles at regular intervals. A renovation care package gives you those little boosts you need to keep going. A perfect example from my own renovation. My husband and I made a conscious decision not to pour every single penny into the house. Instead, we set aside a small amount each week for something enjoyable for us. Rather than sitting in despair at the state of the house, we'd visit our local fishmonger or deli, pick up some picky bits and a bottle of red wine, and create a little dusty date night. It became a ritual, something to look forward to that helped create an enjoyable headspace. This could be anything that helps shift your mindset and reset your stress levels. Small comforts like lighting a candle and reading a book with your favourite snacks, or a little at-home de-stress treatment. It's about finding something nice for yourself that makes you enjoy the house in the moment. Even in the depths of the dust, remember how fortunate it is to be able to renovate in the first place. Not every waking moment will feel great, so it really helps to take a moment for a little boost and to be grateful for what you've got and what's to come. This is a simple way to show yourself some love during the process, which can be a big morale booster. A step further than the previous tip is scheduling a short staycation, especially during the most intense parts of the renovation. Think of it like this. If a computer working on a massive project starts to overheat, we'd find a way to cool it down before it shuts down completely. Or if it begins to stall, we'd give it a reboot to help it run smoothly again. It's exactly what a mini staycation does for your mind during a renovation. Instead of letting stress build up until you're buffering, step away and recharge. Booking a night or two at a hotel or a cosy Airbnb can give you a much needed break from the chaos. Instead of letting stress build up until you're buffering, step away and recharge. This brief pause can make all the difference in your mental clarity and overall well-being when you return. Imagine trying to build a wall brick by brick. If you focus on the entire wall, it can feel overwhelming. But when you concentrate on laying each brick perfectly, the wall starts to take shape almost effortlessly. Micro progress is all about focusing on one brick at a time, knowing that every small effort brings you closer to the finished product. It's a reminder that every big project is simply the sum of many small actions. So break down your renovation project into tiny, manageable tasks and celebrate each small win. Instead of thinking, finish the kitchen, set goals like choose cabinet handles or paint one wall. This approach helps you keep motivated by focusing on small, achievable milestones rather than getting overwhelmed by the big picture. Now, there's a lot of solid science behind this one. For example, studies from the UK, like those conducted by the University of Sheffield, have shown that listening to music can significantly reduce stress levels. They found that slower tempos and calming music genres are especially effective in lowering stress and anxiety. And another study by King's College London focused on patients undergoing surgery and discovered that music could reduce stress and the need for pain medication, highlighting its powerful role as a therapeutic tool. So, as you work through your renovation, create a playlist of your favourite calming songs. This will not only help you maintain a positive atmosphere, but also keep your energy and mood in check, even during the most challenging moments. Music can be your secret weapon in transforming stress into something manageable and even enjoyable. Imagine you're about to start a 1,000-piece puzzle. To make the process enjoyable and methodical, you clear a space on a surface large enough to spread out all the pieces without overcrowding. You then begin by turning all the pieces right side up and sorting them into groups like edge pieces, corner pieces, and by colour or pattern. Starting with the border helps give you a defined space to work within and makes it easier to visualise where the interior pieces will fit. Skipping these steps would make the puzzle chaotic and overwhelming. Can you see where I'm going? The same principle applies to a renovation. It's like arranging the pieces of a puzzle. If your space is cluttered with extra items, it's hard to see where everything belongs. Temporary storage acts like a separate box where you can keep those pieces safe until you're ready to fit them into place. It clears the workspace, reduces chaos, and it makes it easier to focus on the task at hand without feeling overwhelmed. So a great tip is to rent a storage container or use temporary shelving with boxes to keep your belongings safe and organised during the renovation. This way, instead of just moving things around or cramming them into corners, you create a clean, organised environment that can significantly reduce stress. Think about buying a new car without taking it for a test drive first. You'd never do that, right? You want to ensure it fits your needs, feels comfortable, and handles well. The same logic applies to your renovation layout. By using tape to outline where your furniture and fixtures will go, you're essentially giving yourself like a new room test drive. It allows you to see how everything will fit and feel before you commit, helping you avoid costly mistakes and giving you confidence in your choices. Before finalising your new layout, use painter's tape to map out the dimensions of furniture, appliances, or fixtures on the floor. This simple step provides a visual and spatial feel for the new design without any commitment. It's an easy, low-cost way to prevent the stress of regretting big design decisions after they've been made. Now, talking of test driving, you could also take it to the next level. As I mentioned before, renovating without visualising the end result is not always the best approach. It's like trying to navigate a city without a map. You might eventually get there, but you'll probably make a few wrong turns along the way. And that can be costly, both on your bank balance, but also your future well-being, if you have a home that doesn't work how you need it to. So why not try using virtual reality tools? It becomes like having a Google Maps for your renovation journey. It can show you exactly where you're headed, help you avoid obstacles, and give you the confidence to move forward with your plans. I did this with our kitchen, so we decided to use Ren Kitchens, not sponsored by the way, who even if you don't go with them, offer a design service in which you can then use virtual reality headsets to be in the kitchen you've designed with the designer. It wasn't in our exact finish, but that's okay because the virtual reality was more to be able to see if there was enough space for the cupboard space and utilities we wanted, and to make sure that the space didn't feel too cramped. You can walk around and open cupboard doors to ensure the space works for you. There's also great apps that enable you to visualise your renovation plans in 3D before committing to them. This can help you spot potential issues and make more informed decisions. The more immersive experience can help reduce the anxiety of making big decisions without seeing the final or close to final result first. You may have hosted a big get-together where you said you cook. It can be a lot of work and a lot of pressure to try and do it all by yourself, and it can be very overwhelming. But when everyone chips in, someone handles the main, another the dessert, and someone else the sides, it can then become a more relaxed, fun, shared experience. And delegating renovation tasks to willing friends and family works in the exact same way. It can lighten your load, make the process more enjoyable, and bring everyone together. So don't hesitate to ask friends or family members who care about you for help with smaller tasks. Could be painting, assembling furniture, or helping you pick up items. Many people enjoy being part of a project and will be happy to lend a hand. This tip not only lightens your workload, but also turns the renovation into a more sort of communal and enjoyable experience. Plus, it can strengthen your relationships through a shared effort. And a big one for me, and it's actually why my YouTube channel started in the first place, is understanding that your renovation is a story, with each step representing a new chapter. Keeping a scrapbook or journal, whether that's a literal scrapbook or journal, or like this, more visual through videos or even pictures on your phone, it's like you're documenting the process, capturing the highs and the lows, the lessons learned and the progress made. Not only does it help you stay organised and motivated, but it also gives you something to look back on and remember the journey, long after the final coat of paint has dried. So I highly recommend, in your own way, it doesn't have to be YouTube, documenting your renovation journey by keeping a scrapbook, for example, or journal with photos, notes and sketches. It's a really fun way to track progress and stay motivated, plus it does then become a cherished keepsake once the project is completed. This personal touch transforms the renovation from a stressful task into a creative project that you can look back on with pride. And once the renovation is done, you're going to want to continue having your home support your well-being and be stress-free. So to know the top tips for doing this, watch my video right here on my top interior design hacks for well-being.